Did you have anything you'd like to start with, or do you want me
Just
to
one
tee one
thing
up
that
for
I'm
you?
so impressed with Phil Kessel last night.
Yeah.
He's the new IRONMAN in the NHL, 990 games. And I was showing you an article yesterday. I was reading some excerpts from it.
Mhm.
And because he's got a bad rap, right?
Yep.
He's got a bad rap of a guy that doesn't care, guy that eats like crap, and he appears lazy and all that stuff. He seems to be very aloof, but apparently the guys really like him. And Dalton Prout was telling me that this guy in the gym's an animal. So we were reading that article yesterday, and we were laughing because, like, I don't know if anybody can really put in perspective playing 990 straight National Hockey League games without getting scratched, healthy scratch, or injured. Like, that's incredible. So for a guy that's supposedly doesn't really care and doesn't take care of his body, as people kind of assume, and doesn't eat right, that it goes against every piece of logic that you tell a hockey player to be. Right, eating right and all that stuff. So in this article we're reading is one of the guys he played with, I think it was in Toronto, was saying that Phil Kessel doesn't drink water. he doesn't like the taste.
Yeah.
So he drinks Coke and Powerade. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine not putting an ounce of water in your body?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
I know.
And he eats Skittles and candy. He eats candy all the time and stuff. And so to say that guy can play 990 games straight, that's like, doesn't make sense. The other side of it, though, is everyone says that in the gym he is like the strongest guy.
Yeah.
He's just like an explosive, incredible, freaking athlete.
Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday because I didn't even know that. You told me that was coming up yesterday. I didn't know. But yeah, so the Iron Man thing is playing the most consecutive games without injury, without getting scratched, without whatever.
Not missing a game since like 2010.
This guy's not missed a game since 2010.
Yeah.
For any reason.
Right.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So I was saying to you,
he's quiet about it too, right?
Yeah, because he also quietly makes $10 million a year.
Yeah.
So I remember when he played in Toronto. I was saying this to you yesterday. I think it's just because Toronto's a big market team where you get a lot of media attention, whatever. Yeah. Someone saw him drinking a Coke once and was probably like, "Hey, man, this guy doesn't care. He's like whatever," and. Yeah, and like I say this to my guys too. Like, people see that kind of stuff out of context, right? Like the amount of demand these guys have on their bodies, you can actually get away with. I would never advise like introductory level nutrition advice on this, but we're talking about elite level athletes that are just shredding calories all day. You almost need to have some shit in your diet just so that you can get enough calories in, right? You need more calorie dense stuff. So there's a lot more leeway when you're a professional athlete where you can get away with stuff like that. So if you have a Coke through the game, that's actually not it's not much different than having a Gatorade. You're just getting a bunch of sugar in you because it'll keep you going, right? So people see that kind of stuff and they don't actually have the knowledge about what's going on. And the bottom line is this guy's been playing in the NHL for what, almost 20 years almost.
Well, it's got to be over 20. I think he came in at 2005, maybe earlier.
Yeah, right. So he's coming up on 20. He's coming up around 20 seasons. Yeah. Either way, whatever.
Yeah.
And this guy barely missed a game, and he consistently puts up points. It's like
he's a 30-goal guy. Last couple of years, it's like 20. Last year in Phoenix or Arizona was a little bit less.
Yeah, where they were trash.
But guys that consistently was a 30, 40 goal scorer.
Yeah, and I'm also not saying that he's the most exemplary person off the ice or anything, because I don't know. And like, if he doesn't have a good diet, then obviously that could be something that's better. But give some credit where credit's due here, man. Like, the guy's played 900 some games or whatever in a row.
And he can skate.
Yeah,
he can skate, man. Skate.
Crosby hasn't done that. Crosby hasn't played 900 games in a row. Like,
no, exactly. I mean?
Yeah, so exactly. It's like you can criticize where it's appropriate, I guess, but it's just that's a really impressive. What would that be? Milestone?
That's a milestone.
Accomplishment.
Both.
You said who's before? Keith Yandel was the one before him?
Keith Yandel did it last year or the year before.
Yeah.
He got to 989.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Which is incredible.
Man. Yeah, that's
incredible, man. Yeah. Because like the way Yandel played, he played like he was a defenseman.
Rough and tough, yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't like a goon or anything, but he played a hard game, put some hard miles on.
Yeah.
So you know that guy, and I'm sure Kessel too, are playing with some things that don't feel so good, right?
Oh,
like
for sure.
Like as a D, just things that people don't really see is like maybe it's a broken finger.
Yeah.
It's losing 7 teeth in a game and still coming back.
Would that include playoff games as well? or just regular season?
Good question.
Not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It
Um,
could. I don't know.
Either way, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because man, you playing to not miss it, to not miss one game.
Yeah.
To not miss one game during a regular season when it's an 82 game schedule, when you're playing every other night or every third night or
Yeah.
whatever, it's like that is a grind on the body. And that's why it gets annoying when people share their opinions that haven't been there before.
Yeah.
Like they don't know the body grind, like what that's like mentally, what it's like physically, where it's not just the games, it's the practices, it's the workouts, it's the constant
It's the
beatdown.
airplane. It's
Oh
everything.
my god, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Your body is just getting abused
Yeah.
on a daily basis, and people just can throw out something like, "Oh, he's out of shape, doesn't care." Blah. It's
Yeah.
like you don't know what you're
Well,
talking about.
you
right?
can like it's just as simple as like when you're active, you're beating the shit out of your body. So just like simply being in the gym all the time, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, how many times have you in the last 2 years have you said, I tweaked something?
Yeah, going right now.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Yeah, going right now. Yeah.
Me, it's
Tweak the
always a
groin.
shoulder and stuff. So
Yeah.
like, and that's like I'm not playing physical hockey
Yeah,
anymore.
smashing into people.
But I remember
yeah.
just like my years in junior, like always a shoulder, a knee, a back, a ankle,
Mhm.
and I know that like you think about this and you know what I'm talking about. It's just a simple thing like lace bike and jock itch.
Oh yeah, for
Like
sure,
it
man.
happens all the time.
Blisters.
Blisters.
Oh my god, like stuff that is just nags.
Yeah.
Just annoys
So
you.
you get a case of lace bite, and sometimes that doesn't go away until you're done hockey. So I remember myself in junior, like my instep, like where my foot, whatever it is, like where the laces come together, it was raw for 4 years because you're on the ice all the time in wet stuff and all that, and it's that thing. It's not comfortable. So and there's a lot of guys put pads in it and stuff but it never goes away. It just hurts. So that's one.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
I remember having a broken thumb and a dislocated thumb at the same time. That's hard to play hockey, but it's hard to play, but it's actually manageable.
Yeah.
But what a pain in the ass.
Dude, I have the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
So on my left knee, I remember my second last year of junior, I got tripped going on a break and my shin pad shifted, so I landed like on the top of my kneecap, and it's not still now it's numb. Like I don't feel. There's definitely some kind of damage going on in there. I had a partially torn AC joint that still bugs me today. I got the knee on the other side that I hurt my last year playing that still bugs me. I got the tops of my shins, like you're talking about, around the laces, which are just numb. Chipped my elbow one year.
I was
Chipped the tip
thinking
of my
about
elbow.
that. Is how many times have someone hit you or you fell and you land on that elbow and it swells up and it's like they're not going to end you.
No.
But it's just like it's pain. You can't squeeze. You can't do all
know.
those things. Well, you know what else was the other thing when I played? I don't know. Maybe equipment's better now, and it was there was a lot of cross checking and stuff. But those short little cross checks across your triceps.
I was just gonna say I still have scars across mine, dude. Same thing. They
So-
just get in between the shoulder pad and the elbow pad.
Yeah. So you add all those things up, and that's 4 years of junior.
Yeah.
Right.
Seriously.
Every day, but you take someone that does 15, 20 years of NHL hockey where it's the big boys and stuff.
And he's playing minutes too.
Oh yeah.
You know?
No, it's incredible. It's amazing, eh?
It is. It is. That was good. That was a nice thing to share. So